Hi and welcome students. In this computer basics tutorial, I'll be talking to you about setting up your computer right from the start. So if you just bought a brand new computer and you need to know how to set it up and you don't know where to start, this tutorial is for you. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to know is that your monitor is this part right here. It is the display portion, what you will see on the computer screen. And then over here is your computer case. The computer case needs to be in a well ventilated area. Make sure you don't box it up into an area where the fan cannot circulate the air. Okay, this can result in overheating, which can damage your computer. Alright, so next up is step 2. First off, you need to know what type of monitor cable you have for your computer. I put the three major ones up here right now. On any new device, most likely you're going to be using that second option there, which is HDMI. But keep in mind, VGA is still very popular. You may see this. This is this big blue cable right here. HDMI is this one, and the third one is a monitor port, which looks like that. HDMI and monitor ports look very similar. You're going to need to look on the back of your computer case to see what type of port your computer accepts. Okay. Another thing that I want to point out is that some people will buy an all-in-one computer. Typically, these are Macs, or occasionally you'll find a PC that's all-in-one computer where the monitor is actually also has the computer components in the back of it, and so you actually don't have a computer case. It's all basically stored right in this area here. Okay, and so those are some things to consider before you move on. The next thing up is connecting your cable or connecting the cable to the monitor port on the back of the computer case and then connecting the other end into the monitor port. So for instance, you're going to take one of these ports and you will plug one end into the monitor itself, which is this part, and then you'll take the other end and you'll put it into the back of the computer case here. So if you're looking at the back of the computer case, right here is a VGA port. You'll note because it's usually blue right here with the two extra spots for the cables to connect. You can see those two right there. They match up. Or you'll see this right here, HDMI, which is this one right here, also matches up with this right here. Okay. Now the cool thing is if you have both of these and you happen to have two monitors and your monitors also accept these types of cables, well then you could actually set up dual screens. You could have two monitors at once. Okay, the current setup that I have actually utilizes all three of these, so I have three monitors in front of me right now. And so you don't need any special software for that usually. Typically, if you just have the cables for it and you have the monitors for it, you can plug in multiple monitors at once. So that's what you do. You connect your monitors first, and then step 4 is to plug in your keyboard. Okay, so we still haven't turned the computer on or anything like that. We haven't even plugged it in yet. We've just set up the computer case to the monitor. Now the next step is to look at the keyboard. Okay, now your keyboard may be USB, which is what you see here. That's a USB port, and that goes into these ports right over here, USB. Okay, now if you've used any computers at all, you know what a USB port is. You just plug in the keyboard to the USB port, and you're ready to go. It's basically plug and play. The other option that you might see is a wireless keyboard. Now, wireless keyboards have two options. They might connect to the computer via Bluetooth, or they might connect via a USB stick. I happen to use a USB stick at my house. So basically what happens is you'll have a keyboard. It won't have any wires coming out of it, but it'll have a little USB stick that you plug into here, and that connects the signal between the USB and your keyboard. Either one is fine. Alright, so after you plug in your keyboard, now it's time to plug in the mouse. The mouse also has the same two options where you can plug it in via USB, which looks like that right there, or wireless, where you will have the wireless USB that you plug into here, and it connects with your mouse, which is wireless as well. Okay, so that's your step 5. So at this point we have the monitor connected, and then you also have the keyboard and the mouse connected, but still no power is being given to the device. Step 6, you could plug in your external speakers or headphones. Occasionally you will need sound on your computer, and so you could either plug in a headset like I have here, which is wired and it just goes to USB, or you also have your wireless options, which are very similar to the mouse and keyboard options that I explained before. Occasionally you will find a headphone that goes into an audio port. Okay, so you have audio ports for headphones or a headphone jack that will go into these circular ports right up here. Okay, so that's step 6. Step 7, we're finally about ready to get to our power supply. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these power cables, which come with just about every computer, and you're going to take that and plug it into the power connector in the back of the computer, which is this part right here. This will look pretty much the same on the back of every computer. But don't actually plug this portion into the wall yet, okay? Instead, what you want to do is you want to use a surge protector. It's very important to use a surge protector for both the computer itself as well as the monitor. So you're going to want to plug your computer power cord and the monitor into a surge protector. Okay. Now, while we're on surge protectors, make sure that once you plug those two in, then you plug the surge protector into the wall. Okay. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, why is it not working? Well, that's because this little switch isn't turned on. So make sure that switch is turned on. I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, everybody does that, but occasionally that is the case where that little switch, oh, you're doing everything right, but you just didn't have that switch turned on. So that's step number 8. Finally, at the end, you can start up your computer, and then once you get your computer kind of up and running with your operating system and all of that is set up, then you can worry about your peripherals, things like printers, scanners, webcams, anything else that you may use for your computer. And once you have all those set up, those are basically your plug and play, meaning you plug them in, your computer is going to figure out the software necessary to run those, and then you're going to be able to use those peripherals on your computer. So hopefully this video has explained a little bit about setting up your computer from start to finish, and you're now able to use your brand new computer. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please put that in the comment section below and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a great rest of your day.